Good evening, everybody. This is Victor Kilo 4, Golf Romeo Bravo, Gary in Faryiryland. It's just gone 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m., 09:30 UTC. It is Wednesday night, so that means it's another VK4BAD bad net for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now change my call sign over to the club call of VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. This is Victor Kilo 4 Bravo Alpha Delta. It is currently 15.9 degrees outside. 96% humidity, 0.3 wind speed. We've had a reasonable amount of rain the last couple of days. Today it seemed to be a bit on the fining upside. And I'd like to say hello to the live on-stream viewers as well. I hope you enjoy tonight's net. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta. Now listening for any call-ins. We've got VK4FAX. Don has already jumped the post and got in there. VK4BAD, listening for any call-ins.
VK4 Mike Victor.
Good evening, everyone. VK4 Echo Mike.
Okay, we've got VK4 Mike Victor, Al, VK4 Echo Mike, Merv. So far we're doing okay. We've got the normal tribe in there at the present. This is VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta, listening for any other call-ins, VK4BAD.
VK4IJP.
Okay, we've got one extra one there, VK4IJP, Ian. Okay, good evening to all. Is there any more who want to call in before we start the first round? VK4BAD? Okay, by the sounds of that, not at the present time. Did hear you there earlier on, Don, on 70, having a bit of a yatter. Yes, I was here, Wigan. Yeah, other than that, and of course, as you're aware, we had a bit of a yatter on 2 metres there earlier on. Okay, at the present time, we've got VK4FAX Don at Drayton, VK4 Mike Victor Al in Dalby, VK4 Echo Mike Merv in Pittsworth, and we've got VK4 IJP Ian in Proston. Okay, does anyone else want to join the net before we start the first round? VK4BAD? Okay, I assume that we've all recovered from our web feet the last couple of days. I've been working in the shed, doing bits and pieces there. So that's been keeping me a little bit busy. VK4 FAX, over to you there, Don. And you could probably tell us how much rain you've had. I can't tell you how much. My rain gauge kind of like hit the deck, and so I haven't had a chance to put it back up again. But I assume around about good 20 to 30 odd mil, I would say. Fell here at Faryiryland. VK4FAX, VK4BAD.
VK4BAD was the group. Good evening to you there, Gary, and Alistair, and Merv and Ian. Not sure of the total, but we were 68 millimetres, I think, this morning when I emptied the gauge total. Everything's sort of holding water, so it's been good, steady, soaking rain, not too much runoff. And what have I been doing? Not a lot. Resting the old hip and the back, and making sure that I can get rid of this aches and pains out of my system. I managed to go 2 days now without any medication, so I'm reasonably sure that I'll be right to at least have a game of bowls Friday or Saturday, whatever. I've been catching up on a bit of paperwork. I'm going in as vice chair at the Drayton Bowls Club on Sunday, so I've been studying up the agreement with the golf club and the constitution, etc., and all the relevant information to I need to have my head around such a position. I don't know how I got myself into this situation, but anyway, I'm there. I did it many years ago, 85. I was a club president and a district president, so it's been a long time since hands-on, but I expect I did sit in as Vice President of Master Plumbers Queensland for a few years, but that was a fairly easy one. Anyway, we don't have CEOs and things to take the heat away in the Bowls Club, whereas we had that in Master Plumbers. Anyway, enough about me. We'll hand it on to Alistair and see how things are going in Dalby. VK4 FAX with the group. VK4 Mike Victor.
VK4 FAX and the group. VK4 Mike Victor. And good evening, Gary, Don, Merv and Ian. And yes, all good. Nice soaking rain, as you said. When I checked it this morning, and that was before lunch, there was 30 in the gauge, and I haven't checked it this afternoon because there was some more rain after lunch. The visitors called in, we had a cuppa and chatted for a while, and then we went off down to the Leaf Club for lunch and chatted a bit more. And while we were there, we were looking out the window and we could see it was still raining, and it was still dribbling a little bit when we came out to get in the car and come home. And we didn't do much chatting after we got there. They were going to head back to North Brisbane, so they took off, and hopefully they were there by now and settled in for the evening. And which is nice to catch up with them. His VK4IM is his call sign, and I've known him for quite a few years. Used to chat from travelling. He would come down from the north side into the centre of Brisbane. I would start on the south side and travel through to the north side, and we'd chat on 2 metres. There was quite a little bit of a group got together after a while, and occasionally he'd be going south on Sandgate Road, I'd be going north, and we'd wave at each other out the window. So it was a great way to pass the time when you're travelling, and is thoroughly nice chap. So he's pleasure to talk to, and very good company. He and his wife. So they picked up a radio I'd done up for them, a Motorola, and he's going to use it on All-Star node at his place. So hopefully it goes okay for him. Other than that, not a lot. Working on Merv's 847. I'll just drop the motor. And just digging into it. I'm just having a try at rescanning from the service manual. It's very difficult to read, even on an A-size sheet of paper in the hard copy official manual that I've got. I've virtually got to get a magnifying glass down to read the numbers. They're clear when you get there, but they're just tiny. And so I'm doing a scan on the printer at A3 level at 1200 dots per inch, and hopefully I'll see how that turns out as an electronic copy that I can blow up a little bit on the screen. And I've got to investigate what the properties of a few little chips are to see what they do, and find where the signal is coming and going and disappearing to. So that's other than that. That'll keep me busy for a day or two, and everything else is tickety-boo. So, round to you, Merv. VK4 Echo Mike and the group, VK4 Mike Victor.
Okay, very good evening, fellas. VK4 Mike Victor, and the group, VK4 Echo Mike. And yes, Al, I must thank you for coming out and helping me find my way around your meeting area. I got out there on Saturday, and I had been there before, but it was many years ago, and I was lost. So Al came out and took my hand and took me around, introduced me to all the guys that were there, and showed me around and so forth and so on. So yeah, that was really great. There's a few other clubs might want to do that sort of thing too, when people arrive and have someone nominated to go and welcome them and show them around and so on and so on. Makes everything, a lot better, and the welcome. Of course, you can't get away from the fantastic welcome from you guys. All right, you're talking about so much rain, and we've had almost nothing here, 6 mil in 3 days. It's been totally overcast all the time. No sun at all, although there was a little bit of sun broke through today, this afternoon, but didn't last very long, and it went back to being, like a real winter's day here, with the wind blowing a gale. It wasn't hot and it wasn't cool, it was okay, but it was very, very windy. And Kerry over there at Clifton, he got about the same. I think he got a bit more than we did here. I think he got 7 mil and we got 6. So it'd be lovely. We've got some rain, and then we'd be going into spring with grass on the ground and all that. So, and tonight, I was watching the TV there. In some places we've got 170 millimetres, over 200 millimetres in other places. Just unbelievable. It always seems to miss Springside though. On to you, Ian, VK4IJP with the group, VK4 Echo Mike.
Yeah, good evening all. Gary, Don, Al and Merv. Yeah, we've had a little bit of rain here. I don't have a gauge. I generally ask the guy across the road. I want to get one. I just haven't got around to it yet. Yeah. Yeah, I just haven't got around to it yet. I want one. Yeah, I've been thinking about one of those fan-dangled ones. It'd be nice to get one that can connect to the internet, so we can watch the weather from afar. I reckon that'd be good. But I just haven't got around to looking at all the different products. But yes, we're back after a quick trip down to Tamora and to farewell my friend away, and then we moseyed on back through Goulburn and Penrith and Deepwater, then northern New South Wales, Gold Coast, then back home. And caught up with family all the way along down at Penrith and Deepwater and that. So yeah, the last part of the trip was quite good, and had a tailwind blowing, and things were a lot easier coming home or heading north than what they were driving down there. Had headwind, but anyway, it was enough. So, so the last couple of days just been cleaning out the van, and a little bit today I've been playing with some radio, so had a little bit of DX into Spain, so quite happy about that, and something's gone wrong with my 10 6-metre dual band Yogi, so I don't know whether it's a coax problem or something. But I think I've partially fixed that tonight. So I'm going to play around with it afterwards as well. So it looks like I've now got 10 metres back, and maybe the coaxial relay's not working for the 6-metre bit. Yeah, that's about it. You've been busy out with visitors and repairing radios. And what's on? Yes, with the different things happening with the clubs. Is there an amalgamation happening, Don? Anyway. But anyway, that's about all that. I'll chuck it back around to Gary, VK4BAD in the group. This is VK4GRB.
VK4IJP, VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Before I continue on, is there anyone else want to join the group before we start the second round? VK4BAD. Okay, nothing heard at the moment. Okay, yeah, understood on your back problems there, Don. Not the best to have. And Al, oh yeah, Al. Would you be able to do me a favour and send me an email, VK4GRB@gmail.com, my call sign at gmail.com. Your AD and just a if there's any added extras on in monetary for the repairs. Just so I know what to do when what I've got to do, and if any, how much I got to give. Hi. As I said, I'm planning for Saturday to get up your direction, but it might be it might be not until next week, but I'm hopefully trying for Saturday. Yeah. Other than that, yeah. Okay, there, Merv. You've got a problem there, haven't you? With you keep on missing out on that moisture. Yeah, 6 mils. Stand by. VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta returning. Yeah, 6 mils ain't really much for what's been happening around the areas, for what I hear. Yeah, okay there, Ian. You made it back from your trip, and you've got to look at see why your HF antenna is not working the right way. Okay, other than that, yeah, not much else been happening around here. As I said, I've been mainly working in the shed there today, doing some bits and pieces, and of course talking to the guys there. Anyway, with that lot there, before we start the last round, is there anyone else want to join the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club's Wednesday night net? VK4BAD listening? Okay, by the sounds of that, nothing at the present time. Okay, we'll start the before we start the last round, for the ones who weren't at the meeting on Saturday, an update. There was all positions are still the same. You got VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo, yours truly as still as the club president. VK4 oh crikey mighty, Jake's JRA, yeah, VK4GRB, Jake, he's vice president slash publicity officer. I am still the repeater coordinator there, so that hasn't changed. We were going to plan to do a swap between myself and Jake, but that didn't come up. We did have Merv drop in there for a visit, and unfortunately I was the only one he knew out of from the last time he was there. Everyone else was all new to him, but he was introduced around there. It was good to actually see you there, Merv. And of course, Ian, as I said, he wasn't there. He was on returning from his holidays or trip down south. Okay, continuing on. Of course, Ross is still secretary. Al, VK4 Mike Victor, who's on tonight, is the treasurer. So all positions are still the same as they've been. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta. Before we start the last round, does there anyone else want to call in? VK4BAD? Okay, nothing heard as yet. Okay, and we've had no drop-outs tonight, and I'm glad to see that the live stream is actually behaving itself at the moment. I'll touch wood at the present time. And so all good so far. VK4 Foxtrot Alpha X-Ray. VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta. Over to you there, Don.
VK4 Bravo Alpha Delta, VK4 Foxtrot Alpha X-Ray, yeah. Thanks Gary, and thanks everyone. Ian, just on the Bowls Club stuff, we just operate as a Bowls Club within that building now, as we sold it to the City Golf Club a couple of years ago. So they own the place. They have done about close to $2 million worth of improvements there, and they've got big plans. Probably spend another $1 million there in the future, just to extend the clubhouse and build extra car parks. And long term is to have a covered green, an elevated covered green. Not sure of the exact details until I become part of the internal workings. We sort of get a little bit like mushrooms as to the planning. You get a little bit of a rumour from time to time about what is going to happen, and I hear more from members of the golf club that I am associated with about what the golf club's going to do with our bowling club at Drayton. So it's got lots of potential. We've gone from a membership of about 35 men and about 25 women to an excess of over 200 members now. So it's even though we don't have to run the clubhouse and the greens and stuff like that, just organising the games every Monday, Thursdays and Fridays, and then the pennants, it's become fairly extensive. When you're getting excess of 60 turn up of a Monday and around between 40 and 50 of a Friday, and the Ladies' Day, I think they get around 25 to 30 on that of a Thursday. So it's become very, very popular because the greens are good, and we've had an influx of disgruntled members from a lot of other clubs around town. Anyway, that's the report on Drayton Bowls Club. Nothing to do with radio, I'm afraid. Anyway, Merv, you're a bit unfortunate with the rain out there. I'll just break for a sec. Have a timer here, so I don't know whether I'm running out of my 3 minutes or not. That's a bit unfortunate. You didn't get too much moisture out of this, but it sort of petered out as it went south and west. Over on the edge of the range, they got, up till last night, they had over 100 mil. And I expect after what happened overnight, they might have got somewhere close to 150 mil. But here we had, I think it was around the 75 mil in one gauge, and I had 66 in another, so I'm not real sure of the exact amount here. But anyway, I'll total it all up tomorrow with what we had today, and I'm expecting it'll be around that 75 mil will be about the amount we've had. And going by what's in my large tank on the house, that corresponds with the levels that we have in that tankers now. Okay, VK4MV, VK4FAX, and good night all. I'll stand by and listen to the end.
VK4FAX on the group, VK4 Mike Victor. Yeah, good business, Don. No, it's fine to talk about the bowls. It's interesting to see how things are going, and it sounds like an awful lot of money to spend on a bit of grass, just so you can roll an L-shaped partly round object down to the other end. Yes, you can describe a lot of sports in quite derogatory fashion. That, playing golf's like ruining a very good walk in the park. And yes, why go to sit in the stands and uncomfortable stands and watch some millionaires pummeling each other and a leather bladder filled with air. Oh dear, all good. Yeah, it's pity about the rain not being quite so widespread. It's rather strange. I thought it was moving in that general direction, but I think it was heavier northern from here, and the further it went south, the more it dissipated. And it had been pouring over on the coast, but that's normal for over there. And in the interim, I've completed a scan on the page and blowing it up as a PDF document. It's much more readable. Not perfect, but not bad. And I'll have a look at it as a JPEG. The trouble is that the PDF is 874 kilobytes, and the JPEG scan is 17 megs. So that's a huge difference. So I'll have a look at both of them and see what improvements might be made. But it's infinitely better than what is downloadable from the internet. So I think I've made a step in the right direction. And what else is there? Oh, that's about it. Although I had to demonstrate the programming of that radio I gave to Adam this morning on an XP laptop that's still running. So how about that? An old Toshiba. And I tried lots of programming leads and computers to try and talk to that radio, but this is the only combination that worked. And I don't know it was just luck or what, but at least I got something out of it. And they were a bit notorious, those models of Motorola, for being a bit pernickety. Well, you get through the problems when you come back and find things don't work when you get there, Ian, and when you get back, you find that there's things on the car didn't work too well either, so you're sorting out problems at both ends. Okay, that's about it for this evening, and over to you, Merv, and we'll listen to the end the same as Don. VK4 Mike, VK4 Mike Victor.
Okay, roger that. VK4 Mike Victor in the group. VK4 Echo Mike for the final round. Okay, Ian, I wonder whether you met up with Adam from down there in Deepwater. VK2 November Whiskey. He comes through and gets into Toowoomba quite often when there's a bit of ducting around, even with the new antennas that they've put up on the Darling Downs Radio Club Incorporated 2-metre repeater system. And quite well, not a lot, there hasn't been much ducting around, but he's been through there a few times. And most of the time I can hear him direct here. All right, what else? Ian, there was a tremendous opening today on 6 metres. I can't tell you what the time was, probably maybe 3 o'clock or something like that. 2 o'clock, 2:30. A big opening into Japan on 6 metres this afternoon. There was Japan there was New Caledonia and Norfolk Island. But a lot of Japanese stations, big signals too. One of the fellows told us this morning that 6 metres had been opening about 9 o'clock in the mornings. So I had a bit of a listen this morning, but there was nothing there all day. And this afternoon I walked in here and I thought, oh, I can hear FT8 on 6 metres. So I turned the volume up and it just got, it was only the start of the opening, and it just got better and better and better and better. And probably went for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So a bit unusual this time of the year to have an opening like that. But 6 metres is just so strange. It's such a strange band. Can I say strange? Yeah, strange band. Like, I can have it here like, you know, maybe signals around 25 plus or something like that. And Kerry, which is he's about 40 mile away, is not seeing anything at all. And how often it's been where the, you know, shoe's on the other foot. And anyway, it was certainly pouring in here today. I tried to tell a couple of fellows it was going, but I couldn't find anyone around, so they missed out. All right, back along to you, Ian. Thanks for the net tonight, Gary. Good to hear you all on. And thanks for the effort with the 847. And Al. And I hope that, you know, the story will be successful. It's a, you know, very, a very nice piece of equipment. Certainly does a lot of work. Drop that. Yeah, it's probably done a lot of work over the years. I've had it a few years, and someone had it before that. And someone probably had it before that, so they, you know, it's been around a fair bit. And no David tonight, no Dave from Ogie. VK4 IJP in the group, VK4 Echo Mike. Cheers all.
Okay, move. Yeah, well, 10 metres was very busy around midday today, so yeah, I didn't really have a listen around 6 metres because basically I just have a listen to see if I can hear any FT8. If I can't, I don't worry about it. Yeah, so, okay then, I must have a list around tomorrow morning and in the afternoon and see what we can hear. Yeah, yeah, that'd be good, some Japanese. I haven't done that on 6 metres, so I'll do that. But it'd be good to give you both the 6 metre and the 10 metre being working anyway. It's got to be just something not right somewhere. But anyway, it's not too hard to pull it down to, and it's only a couple of metres above the roof. I can stand on a milk crate, take the top piece of pipe out, and then just lower the top piece of pipe down on the roof. So, and it's a fairly flat roof. It's only got about 3 degrees of fall off, so it's not too bad. Okay, guys, good to catch up to you all, and I'm glad that the meeting went well on Saturday. It was unfortunate that I couldn't get there, but there's always next time, isn't there? So that'll be great. Okay, guys, 73s, and Gary, thank you for your effort in keeping us all in a straight line. VK4BAD in the group, VK4IJP.
VK4IJP, VK4BAD. Before we close the net off, is there anyone else want to come in and say hello, goodbye before we close the net? VK4BAD. Okay, by the sounds of that, no. I assume on the 6 metres you're looking at the HF side of things there, Merv. The repeater which I'll be putting up for 6 metres out here will be FM. There, so, and don't ask me when. Can't tell you on that at the moment there, but there's a couple of repeaters which will be going up here. Okay, I'd like to thank VK4FAX Don, VK4 at Drayton, VK4 Mike Victor L in Dolby, VK4 Echo Mike Merv in Pittswood, and VK4 IJP Ian in Proston. And I noticed that there are 6 of us on the live stream at the moment, so good evening or good morning or good afternoon, depending on which part of the time of the day you're listening to this. It's good to see I've got a few on the live stream. Okay, this is Victor Kilo 4, Bravo Alpha Delta for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. I'll now resort back to my home call of VK4 Golf Romeo Bravo Gary in Faryiryland. And we'll now leave the frequency open for general traffic. Until the same time next week at 19:30 hours, 7:30 p.m, 09:30 UTC, for the Bunya Mountains and District Amateur Radio Club. This is VK4GRB saying 7-3, and we'll catch us all again the same time next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. VK4GRB out.